What's happening? All right. So, even though I'm going live right now, um, you know what I'm saying? I'm going live right now, but what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna post it. It's only gonna take about 15 or 20 minutes what I'm talking about. So, obviously, the topic I want to get into, and obviously, if you have any questions, post it in the live chat or in the comments below. I will read everything because it's probably only gonna be like 5 people, but yeah, so today's topic is witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? So off top, off rip, I'm Haitian. I have a Haitian background. So I might be biased in this. But there's a misconception about witchcraft or who people you would consider a witch. All right? So when I say, for example, I'm gonna go straight into it. When I say Brittany Renner's a witch, I mean it. When I say, when I say Jada Pickett Smith is a witch. I mean it. All right. So people will look at it. What do you mean they're a witch? In the 21st century, witches are not. It's not like what you see in like the reenactment of Macbeth, where you see like real ugly old ladies with a green face. You know what I mean? With a pot of stew. Conjuring up mixing potions and stuff. It's not obvious like that. You know, nowadays witches are now ladies or people, you know what I mean, evil people that go through your Facebook or your Instagram, who know your girlfriends or your boyfriends, and they start drama. They send you messages, they send your people messages to start drama in your life. That's witchcraft. And I can prove it. Right now, I'm going to show you the definition of witchcraft. And you're going to see where I'm going with this. Because on 509 Bosco's podcast, I was talking about Brittany Renner is a witch. She practices witchcraft. And people just look, "Oh, what potions? She don't, what are you talking about?" And I compared her to Green Hilda, a witch in the Peer Gynt play in the Hall of the Mountain King. I think that's what it's called. And when I call her a witch, I mean it. And I'm gonna show you the definition of witchcraft right here. I'm gonna show you the definition because there's also different definitions. All right, watch this. Witchcraft is the practice of magic, especially black magic, the use of spells. All right. In a modern context, they have a modern context definition. The modern context definition says religious practice involving magic and an affinity with nature, usually within a pagan tradition. So basically, would you consider, let me not go there. Fine, since we're here. You don't think some of the religious practices we do are not pagan? I mean, damn near all of the holidays that we've created are pagan, and we even practice them within Christianity mostly. I'm not sure about Islam, but definitely within churches. This, we have practices that are we have pagan practices in with those religions. So yeah, there are witches in church. Yes, trust me. All right. In another definition, in a modern context, they said bewitching or fascinating attraction or charm. So when I say now, let's look at the original definition: the practice of magic, especially black magic, the use of spells. Okay, now let's get into this black magic, or what they call witchcraft, right? Witchcraft is real, right? Don't think of it as magic. That's not what I'm talking about. They call it black magic. What it is just science. It is science that has it is I will replace the word magic, take out magic, put in science, black science. It's literally it is literally ancient science that was originally probably used for good, used for medicine, used to treat people, but now that science is probably forbidden because people are probably using that ancient science to take advantage, which people are going to do when they find something that they can take advantage over people. So take out the word magic, all right? Take out the word magic, replace it with science. Black science. It's literally African science that is forbidden. That's all it is. It's nothing deep about it. It's no woo woo magical. There is things you can take from the ground, right? There are things from the earth that you can take to heal your body without the use of medicine. Now, if there are herbs that you can grow from things that you can take from the ground to use to heal your body that can actually affect your brain, your own brain chemical wiring. If you can use anything that you can use to build the body up, you can use to destroy it as well. When you see witches, right? And their potions, these are chemicals that they find, they bring it from the earth mostly, mix them together, and they can make things that affect the chemistry in your own brain. There are things that you can get injected with, right? And they could literally affect your body. You know how people say when they take shots and then all of a sudden, um, they say like, oh, then like my kid came out with defects, or, my body was never the same when I took the poke, if you know what I'm talking about. Certain shots. People say they take shots and they were never the same. That is a form of witchcraft. There are things from the earth that can be taken and used to destroy you, right? That's witchcraft. There are people that know how to do that. Now, there's nothing magical about it. There are things. It's witchcraft is just a fancy word. It's just there to scare people. What it is people that have a good knowledge. They have knowledge of the earth. They know how to get certain ingredients. They can do certain things. They can whip up something. You know what I mean? They always say like in New Orleans, if a woman gives you pasta, they put blood in it or whatever. It's probably more deeper than that, but there's probably something to it. There's probably something to it, where, you know, there's probably some kind of ingredient that they can use where you are attached to somebody. I believe that can happen. It's more than woo woo magical thinking though. It's more than woo woo magical thinking. It's not even that deep. It's ingredients that are used. People know how to make and can conjure up, can create things from grow naturally from the earth. Things that they can make, chemicals that they can make from the house, literally, that can affect the wiring of your brain. That's why you hear some people say, "Oh, he went to this witch doctor and then he went crazy." That's because he probably just. It's not like he said go crazy, and then sparks came out of his wizard sleeves and things. No, he probably drank something, put something in his food. Things like that happen all the time. Take for example, there was this guy, an old jazz musician or blues artist. I forgot what his name is. The guy, his claim to fame that was he sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads. I forgot what his name is. I can't remember his name. And basically, when he died, they said that he was barking like a dog. But really, when you look at the like he was like barking like a dog, like he was possessed or something, but he wasn't. What happened was somebody poisoned his drink because he got caught messing with another woman. Somebody took advantage and poisoned him. Now, the average person that gets swept up is gonna be, oh my God, that's the devil. That's the devil. Nah, he got poisoned and probably had rabies, or some shit like that. But that can there are certain things that you can drink that can make you die. you know, that's witchcraft for you. So when I say Brittany Renner's a witch, let's look at this definition again. Because there's a lot of witches out here. Bewitching or fascinating attraction or charm. All right. She parades her butt, her literal bare butt on Instagram. She traps niggas like work. She ain't the only one that do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's already part of that. And she's first of all, she's a maniacal person, anyways, in the first place. If the government was doing their job, they would take the baby away from her and give it to PJ. But that's not gonna happen. But yeah, she's an evil a maniacal person. She literally bragged about in her books how she literally intentionally tries to trap the basketball players because they're the easiest to get. And if I met Brittany Renner, I'll be like, that's some bullshit because she wouldn't have the balls to try to do what like Anna Nicole did. Like the basketball players are easy targets to put on child support and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, contrary to popular belief, the football players are actually smarter than the basketball players, from what I've seen, in my opinion. So, all those basketball players, I just be like, that's what I be doing. A lot of the football players, I've seen them conduct themselves with honor at certain times, and some of them show that they're smarts. So yeah, watch this. They even gave an example of witchcraft. They said like children in goods were believed to be vulnerable to the witchcraft of jealous neighbors. When you say this is a witch, it's not woo-woo magical thinking. There are people on this earth, for the most part, people don't want you doing better than them. So they will do whatever needs to be done. So that means if you need this promotion at your next job, they'll find a way to mess it up. If you're about to win something, they'll try to put something in your way. Or if you just mind your own business, the police will just stop you. That's another story. You know what I'm saying? So this is the practice of black magic. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fancy way of just saying just the practice of doing evil towards others. That's all it is. I don't know about, energy and zodiac signs. I could go on and on about that's like how I think that's nonsense. But when I say somebody's a witch, I do mean it. There are witches among us. They don't have broomsticks. They don't have they might have Ouija boards and whatnot, whatever that is, but they have social media. They have followings. They have God first in their bio. Nah, man, but those are your modern day witches, man. It's not what you think. They've evolved. The mafia isn't the same anymore. The mafia don't even they don't do what they used to do back in the day. Now they got businesses, they got restaurants, casinos, sports shows. Their sons and daughters are sport. Never mind. But hey, a lot of the mafia. You got to do some research on some of these guys. A lot of those guys that you see on TV that be hosting certain shows or on news stations or they have their own shows. A lot of those guys are related to old mobsters. Related to those guys. I remember one Bill Burr was doing an interview on the Good Morning Show, and the female hostess was the daughter of a really famous mob boss, and the male host that was like they were together, like they host together, was the son of the lieutenant of the NYPD. I was like, so how did they get this together? Because clearly there's a connection there. That's not a coincidence. You have like the chief of the NYPD's son on TV with the daughter of a mob boss. That's not a quinky dink. Not a quinky dink. All right. So that's all I have for today. I'm gonna post it. Any other questions that you may have, you can do it now. I'm gonna wait for probably another minute to see if there's other people. But if you want to ask a question, do it now. In the next minute or two, I'm gonna watch out for the next minute or two. If not, we'll just end the stream and then you can post the comments. You could post your question in the comments and I'll answer them tomorrow on the next stream. Okay, so it looks like we got two people that joined. So I'll give it a minute. I'll give it one more minute before I end the stream. And the video is gonna be posted. So I'm gonna try to do a lot of these Kwame Brown style. I'm not even editing. We just finna we just finished we just finished stream these, hit end, and then that's it. And yes, my lighting is coming in tomorrow. My lighting is coming in tomorrow. I ordered it on Amazon on the live stream right in front of the world yesterday. All right. So I'm gonna give it one more minute. I'll give it until it hits 19. But yeah, hopefully you got the point of my witchcraft rant. All right. Witchcraft is very real, guys. It's very real, but it's not what you think. It's just science. It's just science. Powerful science, but it's science. All right, give it 30 more seconds. You know what I mean? So let me just give it 20 more seconds. All right. After I end this, you can post any comments, any questions you may have. I don't have my keyboard set up right now. I just came from a gig. You know what I'm saying? We'll have the keyboard set up tomorrow next to this mic. See if I can play a little bit. A lot of people keep asking me for tutorials. A lot of people like the J. Cole for some reason. And like when I did the J. Cole covers, I didn't even think it was gonna get that famous. Oh, Jeff. Oh, I'm finna end the stream though. I'm finna end the stream. It's still gonna post. The whole video is gonna post right after this, and you're gonna see what I was saying about witchcraft. And I was basically saying how witchcraft is real, but it's not what people think. So basically, Jeff, in short sum, basically what I explained was witchcraft is just replace black magic, the word magic, with science. It is just ancient African science that people use to take advantage of the average person that don't know what they're doing. There's chemicals that you can dig up from the ground, things you can take from the ground that is probably used to heal people, the same chemicals that can be used it's the same chemicals that you can use to destroy people. There are things that you can dig up from the earth, potions you can mix up that can affect people's brain, literally. You've seen that with people with the shots. You've seen that with people eating certain things. You've seen people with laced up weed and they smoke the wrong thing and they ain't never the same again. You know what I mean? So yeah, exactly, Jeff. You know exactly what I'm talking about. People just look at witchcraft as woo woo magical. No, no, no. It's just science, and people take advantage of it, right? People often mix up voodoo with science. I mean, voodoo with black magic. Voodoo is ancestor worship, no different than the Chinese, what they do in the East. Often people mix. There are black magic practitioners that take their black magic and they mix it in with the voodoo to get what they want accomplished. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there are chemicals that can be used, things that you can dig up from the earth that can heal you, but it's the same things that can destroy you as well. And people know how to do that, you know. So instead of becoming scientists and trying to help the world, they want to get back at their boyfriend because they but yeah, basically that's all. So I'm gonna end the stream. But basically, that's basically my full. That's my full. You're gonna see what I said earlier, Jeff. You're gonna see what I said earlier. Thank you for chiming in. There are some people that came in and out, but thank you for coming in. I'm finna end the stream. I wasn't trying to do over 20, but this is we can Jeff. We gonna talk about this later. Shout out to Jeff. Yes, shout out to Jeff. So we're gonna explain it. I'm still posting the full video. You'll see it. Peace out, guys.